I thank the Lord that I'm finally making a video out of this. I've been inspired. And I pray right now that may God reveal more, may He speak louder than, because now I'm just talking according to what I'll be downloading at this moment. And I want you to understand that after the test, this is so that after listening to this, you will understand what's been happening. You will understand that test, okay? And I want you to understand that when I know that initially, and I myself, I've been in those positions. We always feel like that. When you are going through a trial, you always feel like, Lord, I'm ready. Lord, take away this situation. Lord, even if it was not necessary for me to go through this. I already feared you. I already had faith in you. Like, we always assume that we are ready. We always assume that it was not necessary. We always assume that God, we have enough faith, but only God had the final say. Allow me to tell you, to this very day, sometimes when I look back, I get to realize that some of the things that I thought that I was ready for at the time, I was actually not ready for. I'd be like, Lord, have I not gone through this? I wouldn't know this today. As painful as it was, back then I thought I was ready, but now I realize I was actually not ready. Let me tell you that Joseph had to go through all that he went through. And sometimes we can look and be like, was that necessary? Just because we see him having not backslidden when he was, first of all, sold by his brothers, when he was put in prison, and finally, after years, when he was released. Sometimes we can feel like, Lord, was that necessary? Why couldn't you protect him up until a time where somehow simple, something leads him to go to Egypt? Maybe they call out, oh, we need an interpreter of a dream, and then he goes and interprets, and then that was it. God knew that had he not gone through that, a lot could have gone wrong. Let me tell you that God knows if He is to grant you that you want right now, you are not yet ready. Sometimes I look back, I'm like, even in marriages, even myself personally, even some people I met in my life, I'm like, Lord, there was this person I used to pray that God, let that be the one for me. But today, if you ask me the same question, I'll be like, oh, I'm glad it never worked out. But back then, I was praying to the same God. Had He made it happen, perhaps now I could have even divorced. There are some people you can even look at your exes. Most of you, I can assure you, most of your exes, you are glad that it never worked out. But back then, when things ended, when things couldn't go well, or were not going well, you'll be like, oh Lord, why? Hence, let me just conclude this way, because there's so much to say about this, but you got my point. At the end, you're gonna understand. You'll understand your test at the end of the day. Yeah, now you understand. And I pray for you, may God help you. Any test that is under the hand of the enemy, I rebuke. Let only a test that is by God. And actually, God never tempts, but He tests. Any temptation that comes is from the devil. I pray, may God help you in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. And of course, that's all I had. My details on the comment section below. See you next time.